Greetings, fellow action figure connoisseurs, and welcome to another episode of Digital Caveman Presents G.I. Joe Tuesday. I, as always, am your host, the Digital Caveman, and today I will be presenting you with the G.I. Joe Classified Series number 116, Quick Kick. Let's get into it! Let's start things off with a look at the packaging. And here we have the G.I. Joe Star number 116 hook, sliver of a window here on the top to let some light in from the top. Now on the front, we have 4 and up, the assortment number. Warning, don't stick things in your pie hole that don't belong there. Nice big window showcasing the figure and his accessories. And some nice artwork there of Quick Kick, G.I. Joe Star, G.I. Joe Classified Series, G.I. Joe Quick Kick Hasbro print on the bottom. Small print, fine print, legalese print, made in China print, symbols I'm not going to learn, and a barcode. On this side, bigger artwork of Quick Kick, but the same from the front. And then G.I. Joe Classified Series number 116. On the other side here, G.I. Joe Star. And then we have a portion of that artwork, number 116. And here's the QR code. You can scan it if you want to. It probably just takes you to shop.hasbro.com rather than something dealing with the character. And here are the symbols for his skill set, which you can look up at GIJoe.com. It's the G.I. Joe Star, G.I. Joe Classified Series. On the back, number 116, nice practical photography of Quick Kick, and then some digital renders of close-up of some of the features of the figure. There's the symbols for his skill set. Again, G.I. Joe Quick Kick, enclosed figure in 12 pieces. Parents, GIJoe.com. Attention, especially don't stick things in your French pie hole. Warning, attention, Octung. Don't stick things in any other language pie hole that don't belong there either. Don't give it to babies, and Hasbro print. That, my friends, completes our look at the packaging. Let's take a look at the figure and his accessories. And here we have handy dandy tweezers to help us take a look at the accessories, and let's start off with those. Here we have, he's throwing a shuriken, and part of it goes in his hand, and then it's like spinning out, and you can see it's molded all in this translucent plastic, and then it has this nice silver paint app for the actual shuriken. Next up, he comes with a set of nunchucks that aren't posable or anything. And I want to say they're molded in this color plastic, and then all the silver is a paint app. And it does have some nice molded details on it. And there are 2 of those. They are, at least seem to be exactly the same. Next up, he comes with some alternate hands. 2 sets of alternate hands. He comes with 2 fists, nice molded details, in and out hinge. And here's the other fist. And then here he has a karate chop hand for chopping. Nice molded details, all molded in the correct color plastic, on an in and out hinge. And there's a left one and a right one as well. And here's the other one, and everything I said about the other one holds true for this one as well. Next up, we have his chocolate bar, and I want to say it's a fudgy bar. If I'm not correct, please let me know in the comments, but I remember it being a fudgy bar, but again, I could be wrong. It does have, I'm assuming it's molded in this color plastic, and then the chocolate is a paint app, and then it does have this nice silver for the inner foil of the wrapper, and that does go all the way around. And then it's got some nice detail in here for the where you can break the chocolate bits off in segments. So that's cool. I never would have guessed they would have included that as an accessory, but I guess I should have. And he does come with a pair of short swords. And again, I think they're molded in this color, and then the silver is all a paint app. And the hilts, or the pommel matches up to the bottom of the nunchucks as well. And they look kind of like snakes. Or maybe they're tigers. So there's that one. Here's the other one. Nice molded details. And just very cool looking. You can see it's got some paint rub on it already where I've had it stored. And speaking of the storage, here is his backpack. And I have to say it's pretty, you know, a standard looking backpack. It does have 2 scabbards here for his swords or sheaths, whatever you want to call them. It does have some nice molded details. It's all molded in one color of plastic. So that's very cool looking. And then the final accessory is his alternate karate face, I guess. He's got a little bit of a windswept hair there with it. It's got his Mr. Miyagi Dojo headband on, and very nice printing going on there. Nice eyes, eyebrows, maybe a little bit on the cheeks and the lips. So very nice looking. And everything I said about that alternate head, the deco on it, pretty much holds true to this one. Although this particular sculpt, he looks like he's got something in his mouth, like on the inside, and maybe he's eating some of that fudgy bar. I don't know. So, but you know, same deco for the eyes, eyebrow, lips, maybe a little bit on the sides of the face, and then same headband, of course. Most everything on this guy is molded in the correct color plastic. Paint app right here on the wrists. Paint app, silver paint app here on the belt. And not the loops here though. The belt. Not belt loops, but the holes that the belt buckles through. And then the shirking up here, nice silver paint apps for those on this bandolier. Storage for the nunchucks back here. Nice tampo here at the top of the hips and on the side of the thighs. And that pretty much does it for the decos. Now, as far as his articulation goes, let's take a look at it. The head is a dumbbell at the top and a ball at the bottom, per usual on classified series figures. He can look up that high. He can look down that far. He's got some chicken neck, he's got some waggle, he can do the full exorcist. Butterfly joint at the shoulder goes back that far, goes forward that far, so the range is not great at all, especially for a martial artist. So arm raises up at the shoulder, not quite 90 degrees. 360 degree rotation at the shoulder. Cut here at the upper bicep for another 360 degree rotation. Double hinged pinless elbows, and it gives you that much bend, so it's a pretty good range of motion. 360 degrees of rotation at the wrist, on and up and down hinge. This piece here does hinder it just a little bit, and then up and down here on this side as well. Standard ab hinge in here, and then a ball joint at the waist, and in conjunction he can lean back that far and forward that far. At the waist, he also gets plenty of hula, a 360-degree rotation. He can lean left and right. And, you know, forward and back we already covered in conjunction with the ab hinge. Pull down hinge at the hips. He can give you the full splits, as any martial artist should be able to give you. He can kick forward approximately 90 degrees, maybe a little bit better. Back 3/4 of a step maybe. Cut at the upper thigh, gives you another 360-degree rotation. Double hinged pinless knee, and it gives you that much bend, so that's not bad. And then I guess even though he's not wearing a boot, I guess it's a boot cut where the foot or the lower leg connects into the pants. It does rotate 360 degrees there. And then at the ankle, tilts down that far, tilts up that far, and forward facing pin for rocker. Now, as far as weapon storage goes, the nunchucks fit in these loops. You have to lean him forward a little bit and just feed the nunchucks in so you got them in there where you want them, and you do that on the other side as well. And I probably didn't mention, this is pretty flexible, soft plastic for these nunchucks, but still, I don't know, I may look at figuring out a way to put some real chain and maybe some wire in it, so it gives it a little bit of flex and posability, or a little more flex and posability. And you take the backpack and the sheaths on there, and you just feed the swords through there. That one backwards. There we go. And they stay in there pretty good. Dangerous though, the ends of the blades aren't covered. And then of course he has port in his back and the post on the backpack. And that's it. No storage for the hands or the extra head. And as far as the shuriken and the fudgy bar, he just has to hold those. That, my friends, does it for a look at the figure and his accessories. It's time for my favorite part of a review, comparisons. And here we have the G.I. Joe Classified Series Quick Kick with the G.I. Joe Classified Series Storm Shadow and the G.I. Joe Classified Series Spirit with Freedom. Here's the G.I. Joe Classified Series Quick Kick with the Valaverse Action Force Swarm Trooper with Swarm Gear and the Valaverse Action Force Scarab. For our final set of comparisons, here we have the G.I. Joe Classified Series Quick Kick, with from the Marvel Legends series making his cameo appearance, Stan the Man Lee. Our final G.I. Joe Classified Series comparison, the Hasbro Pulse exclusive Regal variant Cobra Commander from Star Wars The Black Series, the Archive Edition 501st Legion Clone Trooper, and for a 7-inch scale comparison, from the Masters of the Universe Masterverse line, the 40th Anniversary He-Man. For final thoughts on the G.I. Joe Classified Series Quick Kick, I have to say, overall, I do think that this is a good figure. It does have some minuses, but you know, what figure doesn't have minuses? Most of them do. And this one is no exception. Overall, on the sculpt, I like this sculpt. It gives him... He's still muscular, yet a bit slimmer than the other figures. So, I really like that. The head sculpt that comes on him is okay. The other one looks better, I think, but it, again, lends itself more toward action stuff than, you know, a vanilla pose like what he's got going on right now. I like the storage for his weapons. Swords going in the backpack, and then the hoops for the nunchucks on the back of his belt. The other stuff, of course, doesn't have storage. Unless you count the fudgy bar, he can store that in his stomach if he wanted to. Just kidding. But again, so overall, the sculpt is good. The deco is good. I didn't see any issues with any of the deco. As far as the accessories go, I really like that they included the fudgy bar. I thought that was a really nice touch for this character. And again, I like the storage for, you know, what stores on him. I do like the storage for that. I do like the fact that he comes with, you know, 2 other sets of martial arts or fighting hands. And the figure comes out of the box with the C-grips on it. The swords, I really like the deco on the swords. I like the deco on the nunchucks too. And there's the throwing the shuriken effect. That's kind of neat. And I don't know, did that come with the Fortnite Snake Eyes maybe? I don't have that one, so I am not 100% sure if that effect came with him or not. As far as the accessories goes, the disappointment is the nunchucks. I mean, not that I really expected Hasbro to do this, and I may try to figure out a way of doing it on my own. But, you know, a wired chain that's flexible, or even just a chain, would have been a nice touch for the nunchucks. But alas, Hasbro is not in the habit of giving us wired anything, and very, very rarely do we get anything that's like a real chain. So there is that. So, and that really does it for the review, my friends. I hope that you enjoyed it. I enjoyed making it. Only support from viewers like you make this programming possible. Each view does count, and I do appreciate each and every single view that I receive. Thank you, and thank you so very, very much for supporting this channel through viewing. If you are interested in supporting my channel further, I'm now offering memberships at various tiers. Click the join button on my YouTube page, or check this video's description for the link and see if any membership offers are right for you, but only if you are in a position to do so. Comment below, like, share, subscribe if you would like to see more content or just help the channel grow, or both, that's even better. And don't forget to ding that bell so that in the future you will be notified as my new content becomes available. That's a wrap, folks. I'll see you next time.